Hey, I'm Wally. This is the Ferris Life, and today, finally, the day I have all been waiting for. I'm gonna fire up the Mr. Forge, the Mr. Volcano Forge, and try and forge a little something. Here we go. Got it running on 5 psi. I don't know if that sputtering is normal or not. I heard that it is. We'll let it get warmed up a bit. It is pretty windy today too. So the plan is, hopefully you can hear me, take this railroad spike. I want to leave the spike part. I'm going to draw all this down. Ironically, I want to make a leaf here. The spike will sit on the bottom like this. This will all be drawn out and back around to a leaf on top, a heart-shaped leaf on top. Now, I don't have a single idea what I'm doing. So, we'll see how it goes. My tongs are not really made for the spike. So I'm going to draw this down first and hopefully I can grip that better. We'll see. Steel's in the fire. Still need to fiddle with it a bit. Get it just right, I think. There goes the fire brick. Told you we'd be making mistakes. If I did this over the horn. Seems to be a little faster this way. Definitely do not want to touch that fire brick. But at the same time, I want to touch that fire brick. As you can see, it's not really stable. My driveway is not exactly level ground. I have a birthday dinner to get to later on, so I figured I'd forge for 3 hours and then start getting ready. I don't know if I got 3 hours of swinging this hammer in me. We'll see. And I don't have a wire brush either. Wipe off all this forge scale. Heat, beat, and repeat. The brand new apron, another gift from my wife. At this point, she's pretty much my sponsor. She got me a set of chisels, set of punches, this apron, the vise, and she made me buy this with our wedding money. Some of it, not all of it, obviously. So I consider that hers too. I got 2 pair of tongs, this one and a scrolling tong that I bought for myself at an Urbana conference in Pennsylvania. And then I got the ball peen hammer and the cross peen hammer that I bought at Harbor Freight, along with most of this other stuff came from Harbor Freight. That was a gift from my nephew. I mentioned that earlier in another video. So the hammers, tongs, and the files I bought for myself. Everything else was a gift. So thank you, all of my supporters who made this possible for me today to bang this thing into oblivion. It appears to be a good idea when you do not have any hammer control yet, just to take slow swings. Gonna be a lot of filing after this. Woo, I can feel that heat right now. Be a lot of filing after this, because I have an abundance of hammer marks. Maybe an overabundance of hammer marks. I never did dress this. These corners are very sharp. Perhaps I'll do that in the next video. A lot of the videos I've seen, people dress their anvils, it appears to be on personal preference. They like it this way, they like it that way. One guy says he never dresses. One guy likes this section to be a big radius, this section to be smaller, and then it to be sharp down here. One guy wants this side sharp, everything else slightly radius, and then a big radius over here. I don't have a personal preference because I have no experience. But you can always take more off. And I heard if you leave the edges sharp like they are, they're a lot easier to chip off when you miss strike, like I will be doing, probably momentarily. So I think I'll just give a slight chamfer, I guess is the word, all around, very slight. And then maybe as I learn more, have a bigger, bigger radius further towards the front. I think I'll keep back here. Not factory sharp, but pretty sharp. For future use. It might be a good idea also to get some clay just to practice with, because this you can see that is looking pretty ugly. I did a little bit of this here. A little bit squarer, not exactly pretty, still butchered at the underside there. I think maybe I'll try to round that all off and then switch sides. Try to isolate that point that's going to be the leaf. Never, ever, ever be afraid to suck at something new. want to take the I'll take the ball peen to it this time. Maybe, seeing as how much, this is only 1 pound. Maybe I can planish it up a bit, make it look a little less beaten to crap. Be interesting to see how long that little tank lasts. Looks like I'm right about like 4.5 psi. I'll have to fiddle with it some more. See where the good heat comes from. It seems to be doing all right now. Makes you wonder what color this would be in the dark. Can definitely feel the heat coming off the steel with the beginner grip. I do believe I feel the beginnings of a blister forming on my index finger. All right. I think I'm going to try and turn it around. It doesn't fall down. Like I said, these are not exactly ideal tongs for this bad Larry. When some specialized tongs, like some railroad spike tongs, or even just some bigger bolt tongs, come in real handy. This is just a 1/2 inch, I believe. Yeah, 1/2 inch Tom tongs. I think you can get them on Blacksmith's Depot or Blacksmith Supply, one of those two. I got it at the booth at the Abana conference, which was a good time. Blacksmith on a YouTube blacksmith there, I think it's what's JLP Services, I think is her channel. Jennifer Petrilla. I don't think I've ever said your name out loud before. Petrilla. She was the one that told me about the Abana conference. I went out there. I think it was a 13-hour, 14-hour drive. Stayed the weekend. I watched her make a knife. I watched a bunch of other people make things. I had exactly 0 conversations with any of them. Not exactly what you would call a people person. But I got the pair of tongs out of it and a t-shirt. 2 pair of tongs and a t-shirt. think the extent of my conversations while I was there was I gave my name to the check-in lady and said thank you when she gave me my check-in package, welcome package, whatever. And then I said, how much are those? To the guys at the Tong booth. Yeah, this is not going to work out very well. Try to grab them like this. That's a little awkward. Where'd I go with my hammer? Yeah. I don't see this working out too well. It didn't do much of anything, did it? You can see the paint starting to catch on fire. That is awkward. Maybe if I grab them at like a angle. So yeah, I gave my name and I said thank you to the check-in lady. I asked for a price and said thank you to the Tong guys. And I gave my name and said thank you to the check-in lady at the hotel. Now it's the extent of my conversation for the entire weekend. And I still had a good time. Get a little more heat. Definitely need a bigger pair of tongs. I definitely need I got a lot of railroad spikes, so I'm gonna need some spike tongs eventually. Maybe some wolf jaw, bigger bolt tongs. Like, see that the circle there? But it's just maybe, maybe I could make it bigger my damn self. Make it a little bit bigger. Need a tool, make a tool. Does that qualify under that principle? Still pretty awkward. Take it slow. Slow and steady wins the race, they say. Important thing is to not get burnt. And that is not a very pretty step down. That'll take some filing, I believe. Gonna switch to the ball peen for a little while. Though it is a little bit wobbly. Harbor Freight. What can you do? This one seems to be still right and tight, but this one is a little shaky. They need to be rehandled anyway. I just don't have the confidence to do it. But apparently I'll have to learn the confidence because it's coming. As you can see, my step down is pretty ugly. That's focusing. And I got a nice big old crack right there. And it just burnt my handle. The next step, flatten out that leaf. Do my best to make it a heart shape. I'll flatten it mostly with the big boy and try to work out the hearts with the ball peen. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let it get a little bit hotter. I'm gonna try and just work this around the horn a little bit. If I can. I got a bumblebee in my face. Alright, I think I put it back in. If I'm not mistaken, I have like 18 followers right now as of the recording of this video. Maybe if I ever hit 10,000, maybe if I ever hit 1,000, I'll do a live. By then I should probably know how to do a live. By then I probably should know if it's even called doing a live or not. It's even getting hard to tell in the forge if it's heated or not. Woo! Don't drop it now. This is ugly. I'm not gonna get too far if I can't forge a circle, I would think. Oh, there it goes, right on the ground. Good bend right there. Try to flatten it back out again. Son of a bitch. And there goes the leaf. Yep. Maybe I'll just try to make it into a full-on circle then. There's a leaf. Not very pretty. What are you gonna do? Boy, I don't know what to do now. Come on, man. Is it time for me to go in? One mistake after another. Recovery time, I suppose. Now what do I make? Mother pus bucket. Gets a little frustrating after a while. I feel like I'm still pulling it out a little too early, but I'll learn as time goes on. Come on, get in there. Son of a bitch. Yeah. See what we can do here. Well, it ain't exactly what I was going for. It would probably look a lot less nasty if I had a wire brush. But it still used to be a railroad track, and now it is a modern art masterpiece. Well, thank you for joining me in my very first firing and forging